I'd love to know from a cinematography standpoint, Paula, like how does it change, or what sort of impact does it have on the cinematography when, so much of your lead talent is signing?
Yeah, I mean, it really changed the process because we had to, when we were blocking the scenes, like we always needed to go through translators, and so it would take a little bit of time, like for the message to travel back and forth. And then also with sign language, you cannot rely as heavily. Well, you can't frame on close-ups because you're basically cutting off language. So that was like one thing to learn and consider. And then also actors, like sometimes when you're blocking scenes, people can be walking away or saying something as they're turning, whereas with sign language you always have to have eye contact. And so that was just like a very different thing for us. And
Have you worked with talent that uses sign language before on camera?
no, it was the first time. And actually what was really surprising and in a really good way was that the way Troy and Marley would improvise, the dialogue was actually a lot funnier than what I had read. Or I guess they just added a bunch of different layers to the message and stuff. Sometimes when you want to isolate actors for their sort of their single or their close-ups, like it's a lot easier if you can like frame closer. But if two people are sitting together, then how much tighter can you get without cutting their hands and stuff? So it was some of the things we were thinking. And yeah, I mean, I guess sign language, they're also sort of describing it in images and telling a story. It's not the same as like spoken language.
How does it change your lighting? Like, are you lighting it a different way? Are you adding more, like the way you would add eye light to bring out someone's facial expressions? Are you adding extra light to people's hands to bring out, all the details in the different movements?
No, not so much. I think it's more a question of framing and blocking. But I don't know. I mean, I think there was so much to photograph in this story, like sort of all those landscapes and the beauty of Gloucester and nature and the ocean. And then it was also like photographing like the intimacy of the family and their relationship. So I think, I mean, the story to me, even though it was sort of a simple and warm story, had like a lot of levels where I felt the cinematography had to step back and sort of observe rather than like impose a style or something.
Talk to me more about that. Like, what does that mean to you to step back?
Well, I think, I mean, some stories need to have sort of a more defined, clear style, or they add to the story by being like darker, or like you can sort of manipulate the viewer more through like lighting and like camera movement. And I think with Coda we chose to be more real and more grounded and sort of more natural and sort of, yeah, not calling attention to itself.